Hi, Nana. Are you there?
Hello? Is that you, Teresa?
Yeah, it's me. You're in your bedroom right now, I assume?
Yes, I'm just tidying up. Are you alright? Has something happened?
I'm sorry for just messaging you like this. I really need to talk to you about something. It's important.
Teresa, you're in the same house as me right now. Just come to my room. There's no need to message me.
Okay, well, Stacy is also in the same house as us, you know. I want to talk to you about something that I don't want to be heard, so I'm messaging you from my own room on the second floor.
Okay, Teresa. Now I'm getting worried. Are you going to tell me what's going on?
Nana, when you were in the living room watching TV earlier, did you mutter something about being at your limit?
What do you mean? I said something during my TV watching time?
I'm sorry, I was just right behind you and I heard you say something along those lines. And I see you've been binge watching a lot of TV shows about retirement funds. Then I would catch you glancing in Stacy's direction. It seems like my brother and mom and dad haven't noticed how you both interact with each other. Stacy is acting very hostile towards you, Nana.
Oh, right. You've definitely noticed how she acts towards me. You've always been good at reading the room, Teresa.
Yeah, last year, since I've been spending more time working from home, I've noticed how she acts. When I quit my job to work from home, she seemed to tell me that I'm like a person who just stays at home and does nothing. That's when she started acting hostile towards me as well.
Oh, that sounds about right, coming from her, my dear. I'm sorry that I didn't notice how she was acting towards you, Teresa.
It's okay, Nana. I'm surprisingly calm about the whole thing. I very much just let it go. But when it comes to you, Nana, I needed to discuss it with you or do something about what's happening. Depending on whether this situation continues, we need to consider a counterattack so that we're ready for Stacy. We'll be stronger if there's two of us.
Yes, we need to have something in place. I will be getting my pension again in 2 months' time. As of now, I'll be a grandma that no one would want to mess with. Maybe it's time to take someone's power away from them.
Teresa, we need to talk and you're gonna listen to me. When are you going to start looking for a job?
Really, Stacy, you're still bothering me with that? Oh dear sister-in-law, do you still not understand how working from home is gaining traction around the world and that a lot of people do that? Don't you get why I chose to work like this, Stacy?
But you don't even make a lot of money, so that's pretty dumb of you, isn't it? If you're really making money, then why did you come back to your parents' house when you quit your job, huh?
How many times do I have to explain this to you, Stacy? It's because I'm planning on getting married. I was in the middle of renewing my contract for the apartment, but I decided to come back home until the new place is ready.
Really? If you're getting married, why haven't I seen your husband to be at the house then?
Well, if you must know, he is currently overseas for work at the moment. He'll be back in the country in 2 months.
Oh, really? Now?
Yes, really, Stacy. Look, I'm in the middle of work right now. I'm ending this conversation.
Oh, of course, work. You run along now and do whatever things you class as an actual job.
Nana, are you there? My partner, Alan, he gave me the okay on that matter we were discussing about.
Oh, right. Has he really?
Yes, it's a go. Also, I talked to my brother about how Stacy is milking you for all you've got. He knows about the pension stuff.
Oh, okay. So something has finally been said about it.
If I didn't tell him about it, Nana, we couldn't proceed with our plan.
Yes, of course. That's all right, Teresa. It was good that I left the timing up to you when it comes to talking to your brother.
That's fine, Nana. We can now do what needs to be done. Also, Alan wanted to say hi to you online before he gets back to the States. Is that okay?
He wants to talk to me online?
Yeah, We use the internet to connect with him so that we can video chat and things while he's out of the US.
Oh, I see. Now is the time to talk to him before he gets back. I've met Alan several times, but it would be good to greet him properly since he's able to call.
Right, okay. Mom, Dad, and my brother said that they wanted to say hi to Alan too. Stacy will be out of the house at her part-time job on Saturday at around 1 o'clock, so we can talk to him then. Does that suit you?
Got it. Yes, that sounds good. Hey, thank you so much for all that you've done for me so far, Teresa. Oh, I hope this plan works.
For goodness sake, Teresa, you obviously still haven't been out job hunting, have you? You better hurry up and get out of doing nothing mindset. Otherwise, you're going to have trouble adjusting back into society, aren't you? You know what? Why don't I introduce you to a job that you can do?
Enough with your hassling about me getting a job when I work from home. I need to talk to you about something.
Oh yeah, and what might that be?
Stacy, have you been using my Nana's pension without her permission?
Huh? What are you talking about?
About 1 year ago, you said something like, "It's dangerous for the elderly to be handling any money, so I will do it for you from now on." You took her credit card and her ID so that you could have authority over her information, didn't you? It is right to say that you've only been giving her $105 a month while you keep the rest from her.
Wait a second. I told her to keep quiet.
My Nana doesn't usually spend a lot of money on things. My dad has been covering the food and water bills, so it seemed like there were no problems at all.
Well, isn't that right? Then there's nothing wrong, right?
I don't think so, Stacy. Funny enough, there's been an increase on branded items lying about the house.
What? No, there's not. What are you talking about?
Well, explain how one time you went on a getaway trip 1 week after her pension came through. You only work 3 times a week, making $10.50, right? At that sort of pace, can you really afford to splurge with the sole money you're earning?
What? Is this talk seriously, Teresa?
And then when it comes to the credit card bill, when I ask my Nana to see it, she never seems to show me.
Well, that's just...
Is it something that you don't want to be seen by anyone? Is that it?
No way! That's not it at all! I never thought that I would get accused by a silly little girl named Teresa who doesn't even bother finding a job. I was just trying to do what's best for your Nana and manage her finances. What's the big deal? I'm just trying to be helpful.
You were never being helpful in the first place. Basically, what you need to do is give my Nana her credit card back.
Whatever, Teresa. Ugh. You're just the little parasite that will be living in their parents' house forever. You have no say in any matters since you're single and have no children. So shut up. If you want to give your own opinion, at least start working hard or get married, whichever comes first.
Really? Is that what I should do? In my honest opinion, I understand how your mind works really well, Stacy.
Use your brain, you useless woman. All you have to do to understand what I'm saying is to understand Teresa. Oh, Teresa? It's rare for me not to see you in the mornings and then not see you return home. I was being cautious when it came to talking about your Nana's pension, but now I wonder if it's really necessary. Oh, Teresa, we all know you have no job and you're super single, so anything you accuse me of is invalid. You've probably finally realized that you're in no position to stand up. Enough of my rambling. So excited that it's pension day tomorrow. It's been a long 2 months, but don't worry, I'll take good care of it this time. Let the money roll in. Teresa, I bet this is all you're doing.
What? I have no clue what you're talking about.
I can no longer use Nana's credit card or any of her documents.
Oh, it's about getting her pension money out of her account, I assume.
Yes, what else would I mean? Today is the payment day, so I went to take out the money and I couldn't use the credit card.
Oh, right. Yeah, I went to the bank and said that it had been lost, so they canceled the card and reissued it to me.
What? They reissued the card?
Yeah, I got a bit carried away with the whole thing since Nana wasn't sure how to go about it. It's her pension and she has the right to use that money. It's not an allowance for you to go out and splurge on whatever you please. That money is not yours. About $31,000 has disappeared from that account in the time that you've managed it. So it's obvious that you've spent all that money, right?
That's not it. Why would you stop making such weird accusations about me? I shouldn't expect anything less from a lazy parasite like you who doesn't want to work. If you don't stop with this crap, then I'll throw you and your stupid Nana right out of this house.
Would you really do that, Stacy? That would be a bit difficult considering Nana and I already moved out. Didn't you notice?
Wait, you moved out of the house?
Well, my partner has come back from working overseas, you see. So I took Nana with me and we moved into my new house.
But this can't be true. You have a partner, really?
I talked about my Nana's situation with Alan, and we thought that the best thing to do for her right now is for her to live with us. Then it became my mission to get my Nana's bank account back from my gold-digging sister-in-law. My partner advised me to reissue another credit card so that nothing on the original card could be accessed. So that's what I did.
How could you do this to me, you little parasite? I feel absolutely sick to my stomach. This can't be happening. I just got home from my job. What the heck is this?
What is it now, Stacy?
Everything in the house except my stuff is gone. Where are your parents? Where's my husband? There are divorce papers on top of my things.
Oh, yes. I told my parents and my brother about Nana's pension situation and how you were taking her money.
What? You told them?
From that point, my brother thought of going to the credit bureau so they could investigate further since they were big allegations.
What? The credit bureau? What could they possibly do?
Surprisingly, a lot. The other day, an investigation report came through. It also seems like that you were having an affair behind my brother's back.
That's a lie.
But in the end, they figured out where that $31,000 had been spent. It seems like you were using it with that man you were cheating with. Is that correct?
No, you're wrong. That's not true.
Along with the divorce papers, you should find papers that we have served to you for cheating and a lawyer's business card. My brother intends to sue you for your infidelity and will request alimony for the pain you have caused him and for taking my Nana's pension and using it for your own benefit. It seems like you will have to pay the full amount.
No, you've got all this wrong. I didn't have an affair. It's not true. This is an outrage.
If you have anything to say about it, take it up with the lawyer. Don't even think about contacting us directly.
But you've got all this wrong. I can't pay back that sort of money.
You telling me that we've got it all wrong is not going to change the decisions my family has made. You've ripped off my Nana, and my brother is heartbroken. We'll see you in court. You better hire a good lawyer. You're going to need one.
Teresa, you've got to listen to me. I need to tell you my side. This isn't what happened. I didn't do anything. I swear. Come back.
After talking to Stacy, my brother got a call from her. She repeatedly kept saying that it's all wrong, and he let out a sigh and hung up. The house I had lived in up until now was a rental, so I quickly canceled the contract and moved out. Also, my brother received alimony from Stacy and her cheating partner. In total, Stacy used about $50,000 from Nana's pension account, and now Stacy's parents are paying my Nana back. They'll get the money as Stacy's own debt in the years to come. Well, of course, to pay off her debt, Stacy is working from morning to night rather than just working part-time. With having no big amounts of money, she lost her house and now lives in a rundown apartment on the outskirts of the city. Her clothes and appearance are in tatters, but it looks like she still goes to work every day. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
You're Caitlin, aren't you? Geoff's wife?
No, I'm not.
Huh?
Would you mind telling me who this is?
It's me, Miley.
Miley. I'm afraid that doesn't ring any bells, sweetie.
Oh, come on. Surely you have at least heard my name before. It's hardly common.
Miley Cyrus? No, sorry. I don't have any idea who you are.
Hey, don't get clever with me, smartass. How can you not know who I am? No way, that can't be. Geoff said he told you before you guys got married that his first wife's name was Miley.
Sorry, but you make less sense with every message. Firstly, my husband's name isn't Geoff. Secondly, Me and my husband were high school sweethearts. He couldn't possibly have a history of divorce because I'm his first and only wife. Of that, I'm certain.
Oh, I know what's going on here. This is all a coping mechanism because you're in denial about the fact I stole your husband. Geoff slammed a set of divorce papers down in your face and demanded your signature, didn't he? Yep, that's right. I know everything.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know a Geoff, and I'm certainly not married to one. Won't you cut this out already? I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt because I thought this was just an innocent case of mistaken identity at first. But now, you're just annoying me.
Oh, won't you look at that? Geoff's back. Which can only mean he just got done handing in the divorce papers.
Seriously, what are you talking about? I neither know nor care what this Geoff of yours is doing. But I can tell you for sure that he's not my husband, and that my actual husband is currently out of state on a business trip. I don't know anything about divorce papers. I most certainly haven't had my signature demanded for any, and me and my husband have no intention of divorcing whatsoever.
Your pathetic resistance is in vain, lady. Quit burying your head in the sand already, 'cause it's time to wake up and smell the coffee. I don't get why you're so insistent on denying the divorce when you're the one who signed the papers to begin with. You can kick and scream and struggle as much as you want, but the fact of the matter is that Geoff's heart has wandered back to its rightful owner, me. How about I tell you something for free, 'cause I'm so kind? Listen up. It's important to know when to quit, darling. Sucks to be you, huh? You're nothing but used up goods now. Bye, you tragic loser. Me and my lovely Geoffykins are headed down to hand in our marriage registration first thing tomorrow morning, and there's not a thing you can do to stop us. Hello, Caitlin. You should know that Geoff just submitted our marriage registration papers. I'm so happy to be back with my old husband now that he's rich. Thanks for agreeing to divorce him, loser.
Are you seriously messaging me with this nonsense again? And what do you mean, now that he's rich? My husband is just a regular old cubicle worker who occasionally gets flown out to do business meetings. He's certainly not rich by any standard.
Are you seriously still playing dumb? Stop it before my belly hurts from laughing again, Caitlin. Besides, what do you mean by my husband? I think you'll find Geoff is actually my husband now.
Like I told you 1,000,000 times already, I have no idea who Geoff is, and he's not, nor was he ever my husband. That's not my husband's name.
Whatever. What do I care if you deny reality? Feel free to say whatever makes you feel better, darling. Me and Geoff rekindled our old flame and got remarried, and that's an undeniable fact. Guess what? Me and my big hunky stallion are going on our second honeymoon tomorrow. I should really start putting my suitcase together. I mustn't forget to pack my naughty bunny outfit and plenty of bottles of lube. See you later, loser.
Hey, Steve. Sorry to message you while you're away on your business trip. There's something I need to talk to you about urgently.
Caitlin, what is it?
Listen, I've been getting some super weird messages from some girl who seems to be trying to pick a fight with me over the last couple of days.
Trying to pick a fight with you?
She says her name is Miley, but not only do I not have the slightest idea who she is, she also seems to think I'm married to a guy called Geoff. Well, I guess he'd be my ex-husband now, because apparently he divorced me to remarry Miley.
Whoa, what the... I have no idea how to even begin making sense of all that. So who exactly is Miley claiming to be?
She says she's Geoff's ex-wife and claims to have stolen him from me, his supposed second wife, by convincing him to divorce me. And then today, the two of them got remarried. I know it's complicated, and I don't expect you to fully understand because I don't either. But does that give you a rough gist of what's going on?
Well, so basically, this couple, Miley and Geoff, were once married, got a divorce, and now they're married again. After Geoff and Miley got divorced the first time round, he married another woman. And Miley is convinced that other woman is... you?
Yep, you summarized it perfectly. That's what seems to be going on.
Wait a sec. this is just a possibility, but do you think there's any chance? Well, do you think the Jeff she's talking about could be the Jeff we used to hang out with in college?
Huh? Since when did we hang out with a Geoff in college?
You know, tallest guy in the whole group. It was like Godzilla. Didn't you exchange numbers with him at one point?
Wait a sec. Do you mean... Hang on. Was that guy's name Geoff?
Yeah. Yeah, you could be forgiven for not knowing it, though. I don't know why, but he has this weird complex about his name, so he had everyone call him Baxter, his surname. As a result, that's pretty much all he was ever known as. And there were quite a lot of people who ended up thinking Baxter was his first name.
Ah, that's it. I thought his name was Baxter, too. When we swapped numbers at the graduation ceremony, he put his name in my phone as Baxter. I had no idea he was really called Geoff all along.
I see. So is that what's going on here?
Is there a possibility it could be him? I would have never hit on this if not for you, Steve, but to be honest, it's the only explanation I can think of.
How about I try messaging him? I always did hang out with him more than you did back in college, so I guess he wouldn't find it that weird if I messaged him. He might have his guard up if you did it yourself.
Right, you're right. Would you mind, babe? Sorry to trouble you with this.
Sure thing. Oh, don't mention it. To be honest, I have an unusual amount of free time on my business trip this time around, so a good mystery to solve might have been just what I needed. I'll be in touch as soon as I know anything.
Thanks, babe. You're the best.
Hey, Caitlin. Sorry I kept you waiting. I'm on the train back home as we speak. I finally got a reply from Jeff.
What did he say? Did you find anything out?
You could say that. Your jaw's going to hit the floor when I tell you this. So, it turns out that Jeff was originally married to a woman named Miley at one point. But they ended up getting a divorce when he found out she was cheating on her with a local rapper called Tyrone, and he said he has zero intention of ever even speaking to her again, let alone patching things up or remarrying her.
Wow. Just wow.
He was astonished when I told him Miley had been messaging you. He theorized she could have gotten your number back when they were married when she was playing around with his phone. Apparently, she had a habit of doing that. He apologized profusely for getting you wrapped up in her crazy shenanigans. But then, he said something interesting. So get this. Apparently, the whole Miley problem will be solved the day after tomorrow.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, after divorcing Miley, Jeff started a company with one of his buddies from college. But according to him, ever since the company made it big time, and he became, in his own words, filthy rich, she's been following him around wherever he goes, like woman possessed. I don't know exactly what he plans on doing, but he said this whole problem will go away the day after tomorrow.
Wait a sec. The day after tomorrow? She said that's when the two of them are planning on going on their second honeymoon. Do you think that could have something to do with it?
I'm sorry, babe. I've got to get off the train in a sec, but I'll be home in just under 30 minutes. Let's continue this conversation then.
Got it. Be careful on the way back, sweetie.
Today's the day me and my Geoff leave for our second honeymoon. Guess where we're going? My dream holiday destination, Hawaii. It's almost time to leave the house, and I can barely contain myself. Sorry, darling. I know you're probably overwhelmed with uncontrollable feelings of soul-crushing jealousy right now. But let's face it, you were never going to be able to compete with someone as drop-dead gorgeous as me. Look how loved up we are. We're the perfect couple. It'll be better for your mental health if you just give up. Caitlin? What the heck is going on here? What did you do? You've got some explaining to do, woman.
Oh my god, that photo you sent earlier. I'm so sorry, but when I saw that picture of Geoff, I burst into a fit of hysterical laughter so intense, I accidentally dropped my phone.
What? Why? What's so damn funny?
That photo. It's from back when you guys got married the first time around 3 years ago, right? Me and my husband did a video call with Geoff this morning. He has a small tattoo on his arm now. Isn't it strange how there doesn't seem to be one in the photo?
Wait, what? A tattoo?
Yep. You know how in fashion they are these days. Apparently, he got the inspiration for it when he went to Japan last year and saw a bunch of Yakuza dudes covered in them from head to toe. But there was no tattoo anywhere to be seen in your photo. Be honest, Miley. This whole thing was nothing but a sad little scheme of yours from the get-go, wasn't it? What you're doing is so ridiculous and absurd that I suspect you may be mentally deranged and in need of actual professional help. I burst out laughing so hard when I saw that picture that I dropped my phone. Thankfully, it landed on a cushion, so it's not damaged or anything.
Hey, stop that! I know what you're doing. Don't try to change the subject. I just messaged Geoff to let him know I had arrived at the airport and was super excited about our romantic honeymoon vacation to Hawaii. But he said he wasn't flying to Hawaii, but that he was going to Europe where his wife's waiting for him. What the hell is going on here? Nothing makes sense anymore. Did you guys secretly stay married when he told me you were divorcing?
How many times are you going to make me say it, Miley? Geoff is not my husband.
But Geoff himself told me, you moron, that his second wife's name was Caitlin.
Yeah, about that. You were being so terrifyingly persistent with your demands for Geoff to tell you a second wife's name that he deemed it dangerous for him to reveal any genuine information. So he decided to fool you with a fake name, the main character from a novel he happened to be reading at the time. But in an unfortunate stroke of bad luck, that name happened to be exactly the same as mine, his old friend from college.
Huh? His old friend from college?
He only ever went by his surname back then, so I had no recollection of him ever being called Geoff, which is why I didn't even realize it was him you were talking about until my husband, who went to the same college as we did, pointed out the possibility.
What? What? Wait, I need to read through your messages one more time.
Geoff's number one priority is to protect his actual wife at all costs, which is why, while dealing with you with a strategy of subtle evasion and avoidance, he decided to send her to their new house in Europe, a step ahead of him just to be safe.
Wait a sec. Hang on. There's something that doesn't make sense. What about the divorce papers and the marriage registration documents?
Since I haven't actually seen any of your private exchanges, or indeed the documents themselves, I can only comment based on what Geoff himself told me during our video call this morning. But regarding your divorce, he said that you did nothing but beg, plead, whine, and wail while clinging to him desperately for a second chance. As for the divorce papers, supposedly to divorce me, and the marriage registration papers, supposedly to remarry you, his guess is that you made a misunderstanding while you were out stalking him because you saw him near the county clerk's office when he was grocery shopping at the supermarket next door. As for the marriage registration papers you left in his mailbox, he shredded them immediately.
What? He put our marriage papers in the shredder.
Finally, Geoff's company recently placed him on a transfer to a certain country in Europe, which means he'll be moving there with his wife for the foreseeable future. But you, being completely deranged and in need of professional mental help, and a mental gymnastics performance worthy of the gold, interpreted him going to Europe as the two of you going on a honeymoon to Hawaii. He did tell you he was going to Europe, but you were so gleefully obsessed with the idea of your honeymoon that you kept insisting he cancel his flight and rebook for Hawaii. Eventually, he came to the realization that no matter what he told you, you'd interpret it through your own lens of fantasy and delusion. Correcting you rapidly came to feel boring and tedious. Your behavior was creeping him out so much that he sent his wife out a week earlier than planned, and he soon followed her after tying up a few loose ends here in Colorado. Ugh, that was a long one. Yep, that about wraps it up.
Wait, what's going on? Caitlin, please, what's happening here? Wait, no! Does this mean me and Geoff didn't really get remarried? And my precious darling Geoff isn't even in America anymore? He left me?
Yes, that's exactly what it means. I gotta say, Miley, I'm impressed you actually seem to understand this time. Anyway, are we done here?
What?
I was only ever Geoff's friend from college whose name, unfortunately, happened to overlap with the fake one he used to try and trick you. So I should never have been dragged into this whole mess to the absurd degree I was to begin with. And we sure as hell don't have anything else to discuss now. Oh, and before you ask, Geoff didn't tell me his new address in Europe. So even if you asked me for it, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Oh my god. No! This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. You have to help me, Caitlin. I'm in debt. I have to make the next repayment by the end of this month or I'll be in serious trouble. You don't know who I'm dealing with, Caitlin. I swear they're dangerous. They already threatened to hurt me. I'm so scared.
That's all very unfortunate. But you see, Miley, your screwed up life is not my problem.
What?
We're done here. Bye.
Oh my god. No!
It turned out Geoff was already aware of the debt Miley mentioned at the end there. Apparently, it came from the time a judge ordered that she pay damages after getting into a serious car accident while driving uninsured. Her savings didn't cover it, so she had no choice but to go into debt. Instead of actually working to pay it off herself, she decided to try and worm her way back into her ex-husband Geoff's good books, whom she discovered was now extremely wealthy after reading an article that featured him, called Up-and-Coming Hotshot CEOs in a magazine. As for what happened later on, Miley, who still hadn't given up on the idea of remarrying her old flame, showed up at his parents' place in a desperate bid to track him down after he left for Europe. She kicked down their front door and interrupted the residents' afternoon coffee when she barged her way into the living room and growled, "Give me Geoff's address. Help me win him back," in a deep, menacing tone while frothing at the mouth like a rabid dog. I say the residents because Geoff's parents had already moved out a long time ago. In a hilarious irony, Miley was ordered to pay damages yet again, and with that, her already absurdly high levels of debt inflated to levels previously unimaginable. My sources tell me she was last sighted being bundled into the truck of a black car by a bunch of heavily tattooed bald guys in leather jackets.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Tina, what are you doing right now? Why are you out in the middle of the day? I'm at work as usual, because it's a weekday. Good grief, you're still working? I've been telling you since forever to just hurry up and quit. A woman is supposed to stay at home after she gets married. Making money is the man's job. That's what I was doing when I was your age. My dear grandson Noah's still so small. It's not fair on him. Times have changed since then, you know. The cost of living is higher now, so it's difficult to get by on a husband's salary alone. And Noah's in elementary school now, so I don't have to see him 24/7. Do not talk back to your mother-in-law. There's no way my Jack's salary isn't enough on its own. Are you sure it's not just you being bad with money? You must be neglecting the finances because you're working too much. This is all the more reason for you to stop working. Even if you say that, you should quit your job and start devoting a little more time to learn how to cook. I tried the stew in the kitchen, but it tasted awful. Huh? Wait, did you come to our house again? Yes. I had errands to run, so I stopped by on the way. But no one was in, so I messaged you. Just hold on. Did you get another spare key made without telling us? I told you to stop doing that. Do not enter our house when we're not there. Why not? It's my son's house. Besides, I have to conduct surprise checks every now and then to make sure you're not slacking on the housework. And just as I suspected, whatever was in the pot was absolutely disgusting. Inside the fridge was a disorganized mess too. Don't eat our food without permission. That's our supper. I can't let my Jack or little Noah eat anything that disgusting. I threw it in the trash, so make it again. What? You throw it away? You'll get ill if you eat things like that. The flavor was too strong. It had a weird acidic taste. And it smelled weird. So I threw it all in the trash. What? Are you joking? You threw the chicken stew I've been preparing since this morning into the bin? That's Jack and Noah's favorite dish. Don't tell lies. There's no way Jack would like something that disgusting. My tenderly cooked chicken. What are you doing there? Did you just go there to throw away our food? Oh yes, I forgot. I'll be having a tea party with some friends this Sunday. I'd like you to bake us some confectionery for the occasion. Your cooking might be utterly hopeless, but you could at least do baking, can't you? Cakes, cookies, anything will do. I want you to prepare us something as spectacular as possible. There will be 6 of us attending, so be sure to make lots. What? You want me to bake you something? No, I can't. I have plans this weekend. I told you before, didn't I? Surely you don't have plans first thing in the morning. If you get up early, you'll have it done in a jiffy. Please start thinking for yourself for a change. Cakes and cookies can't be made in a jiffy, can they? They take time. Anyway, I'm busy on the weekend. Can't you just buy them at the store? But I already told my friends there's going to be a wonderful handmade confectionery. I can't give them from a shelf now. Anyway, I'm counting on you. Toodles! Not Toodles. I can't and I won't. Remember the last time you forced me to make something? You didn't even pay for the ingredients. I don't have as much free time as you think. Listen to me. I will not be making you anything. Hey, Jack. Your mom decided to let herself into our house again. She threw the chicken stew I made in the trash.
What? Seriously? Damn it, that's my favorite dish!
Didn't you take the spare key off her? You said you were going to talk to her about this.
Well, I know, but she insisted it'd be more convenient if she had a key in case anything happened. Then she started crying and said, "Don't be so cruel to your old mother." I felt bad. I didn't have the nerve to take it off her by force.
Don't let her play you like that. Do you have any idea how many times she's thrown my dishes in the trash? It's such a waste, and the food expenses are going through the roof. If she doesn't cut this out, we're going to be in serious trouble.
Come on, can't you see that she's lonely? My dad's out at work all day. You and I might not be that far away, but we do live separately. Surely it's fine if she comes over to keep herself busy now and then.
Is it fine for her to illegally enter our home because she's lonely? Is it fine for her to help herself to the food I slave over a hot stove to cook? Complain that it's disgusting and throw it away? Is it fine for her to order me to bake cakes for her at tea parties without giving me a single penny for the ingredients? I'm sick of you being manipulated by your selfish mother, using loneliness as your get-out-of-jail-free card.
Fine, I get it. I'll make her see sense somehow.
I'm not interested in half-hearted vagaries like make her see sense. Go to her house today on the way home from work and get the spare key off of her for real this time. If she dares shows up here next Sunday, I'm seriously gonna lose it. Do you understand?
I get it. I'll get a hold of it somehow.
I'm very disappointed in you, Tina. I requested that you make some confectionery, but no matter how long I waited, nothing came. So I took it upon myself to go and collect it. No one was home, so I let myself in. What on earth was all that? There was a feast laid out on the table. You even prepared cake, despite not making what I asked you to. To think you live in such luxury when my Tom is out working. I won't allow it. On top of that, I tried a bit of everything, but it tasted awful, so I threw all of the food on the table in the trash. I took the cake for myself, though. Do you know what day it is today? Huh? I'm asking if you know what day it is today. Did you know when you did it? What do you mean? I don't follow. It's Noah's birthday today. What? The feast laid out on the table as well as the cake were all for Noah. I told you I had plans, didn't I? Those plans were to invite Noah's friends over to celebrate his birthday. The reason I'm not home right now is because I went to meet his friends at the train station. I can't believe you managed to throw all the food in the trash and steal his cake in such a short space of time. No matter how much you might not like me, to ruin Noah's birthday like this is just cruel. You're the worst mother-in-law on the planet. It's Noah's birthday today? What? You don't remember your own grandson's birthday? You're not old enough to be going senile. No, I knew it was sometime this month, but I didn't think it was today. If that was the case, why didn't you tell me beforehand? You're the one who cut the conversation off before I had the chance to tell you. Didn't Jack explain this to you? He was supposed to be going to your house. I haven't heard of such a thing. And why on earth didn't you invite us to Noah's birthday party in the first place? I did plan on inviting you, but you told me you were hosting a tea party. So I thought you could stop by another time and didn't say anything. Plus, your husband's at work. More importantly, how do you plan on making up for this? I had to cancel Noah's birthday party because of you, and after his friends went through the trouble of coming. What? Why did you have to cancel it? You could have ordered takeout for the food and grabbed a cake from the store. There are many alternatives. At least no one would have to eat your terrible cooking that way. What are you talking about? Noah can't eat regular food or cakes. You know that, right? Huh? Why? What? Are you seriously telling me you don't even remember Noah has allergies? Allergies? Noah? Since when? Since he was born. I told you as soon as I found out he had them. And since he can't eat milk, eggs, or shrimp, I made today's cake especially made to be allergen-free. The food too. And since some of Noah's friends are gluten intolerant, I went to a lot of effort to make sure everyone would have something to eat. It's going to take a long time to remake everything from scratch. Noah was so looking forward to finally being able to eat the same things as his friends. I didn't know that! You never tell me anything! I think what you mean is that you don't listen. You do nothing but talk about yourself. You don't even care about things that could put your grandson's life in danger. I can't let someone that dangerous near my son, so you better not come to our house until his allergies have gotten better. I'll be changing the locks. What? Why? I don't want someone who doesn't understand Noah's allergies coming and going as they please. For now, all you've done is throw our meals away. But who knows whether you might decide to cook him something yourself one day that contains stuff he's allergic to. Anyway, Noah's upset that you ruined his birthday. He burst into tears and shouted, "I don't want to see Grandma!" Well, I didn't know about his birthday or the allergies. Surely it can't be helped. I'm Jack's mother and Noah's grandmother. Surely my son's house is the same as my house? I can't accept you banning me from entering. Give it a rest. You trampled all over what was supposed to be a fun day for the kids. All for your own satisfaction. I've tolerated you throwing away my food until now, but you're not getting away with what you did this time. If you illegally enter our home one more time, we're moving house and cutting all contact with you. Depending on the circumstances, even divorce with Jack isn't off the table. I'll take Noah and move in with my parents. What? Divorce? Divorce? You can't do that! I'm serious. It all depends on your attitude from here on out. I'm sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me. Please make Noah understand that I didn't mean to. I will not do such a thing. If you want to make this up to Noah, how about thinking for yourself for a change? As for me forgiving you, I'll make that decision depending on whether I see change in your behavior. I have to go see Noah now, so excuse me. Toodles, mother-in-law. My mother-in-law immediately rushed over to apologize with cake and hors d'oeuvres in hand, but as usual, everything contained allergens. So we refused the food and took possession of her spare key. She stayed outside the front door shouting, causing a racket for a little while. But Noah, who was already in a bad mood from having his birthday ruined, took one look at her and shouted, "I hate Grandma!" and threw a screaming fit. She must have tattled on me to Jack straight away, because when he got home, he started complaining at me, saying, "Don't make my mom cry." But I swiftly lectured on him on how it was entirely his fault for not taking the key off her in the first place. And when I said, "Should I take Noah and break off all contact with you?" he started panicking, got on his knees, and apologized. Jack's completely on my side now, and his mother, afraid of being cut out of our lives, stopped coming to our house out of the blue. Now, with an appropriate degree of space between us and the in-laws, our lives are comfortable and stress-free. The birthday party was successfully held the following Sunday. Everyone came over to join the celebrations, and Noah was finally able to eat the same cake as his friends for the first time. I'm so relieved that his birthday party didn't end up being a sad memory.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.